steps, okay? So for your maximum area problems, draw the picture, that's the same. Write the equation for the perimeter of the problem, solve it for length, plug it into the formula area equals length times width, put into Desmos, x is the width, y is the area, find the maximum, and then answer the question, okay? All right, so let's do this last set of problems. A farmer wants to make the largest possible rectangular pen for his dogs. He has 60 feet of fencing. What is the largest area the pen can have? What should the length and width of the pen be? Okay. All right, step one, draw a picture. What kind of picture are we drawing? Rectangle, good. It told you right here that it was a rectangle. And you're gonna put your X and Y. Your X stands for width and Y stands for length. Okay. All right, guys, look at step two. Write the equation for the perimeter of the problem. All right, perimeter means you add all your sides. We add all our sides, so it's going to be 2x plus what? 2y. And do we know how much all that adds up to? 60. Okay, here's why. He has 60 feet of fencing. Where is he going to put the fence? Around it. So all that has to add up to 60, okay? All right, so I want to make sure that's step two. Write the equation for the perimeter of the problem. So we just did that, okay? All right, step three, solve for length. Solve for length. What variable is length? Y, okay? We haven't done this in this class, but you had to do it a lot in Math 1, where you have to get y by itself. Got to get y by itself. You move the 2x first. You move the 2x to the other side. 2x is positive. When you move it, it becomes negative. So I'm going to write 60 minus 2x. 60 minus 2x. And that crosses that out. Drop down your 2y. Give people a minute to write that. So you move your 2x over, make it minus 2x. You got 2y. What do you think I need to do last to get y by itself? Good. And you divide everything by 2. So I get y equals 60 divided by 2, 30. 2 divided by 2, 1. You don't have to write it, but you can. Okay? Okay, that was step 3, solve for length. Okay, and if you need to, you can put the letter y right there. You're solving for y. Step 4, plug step 3 into the formula area equals length times width. So here's what I'm going to write. I'm going to write A equals, and actually let's change this, on your directions. Let's write A equals x times y. That'll be easier for everybody to work with. So mark that out and write A equals x times y. Okay, so area equals, I'm going to put an x. But instead of putting a y, I'm plugging in what I had before. Instead of writing a y, I'm going to plug in what y equals. What does y equal right here? 30 minus 1x. So you're plugging that in there. Okay? All right. Step 5, put into Desmos. So you're putting this into Desmos. X parentheses 30 minus 1x. Go ahead and type that in for me. You just start with the x. Type in x. Typing in x parentheses 30 minus x. Typing in x parentheses 30 minus x. All right, somebody read on your paper what step 5 says. To do what? What else does it say to do? Find the maximum. Find the maximum. Okay? All right, so you're going to have to zoom out, find your maximum. Okay? And are y'all getting 15 and 225?
Yes.
Okay, so let's write this on our paper. X is our width. X is our width. And what are you getting the X value to be? 15. Okay, so you find the max and you get X, which is the width, to be 15. Your area is the y value. The area is the y value. What are you getting for the y value? 225. To find your length, you do 225 divided by 15. To find your length, you do 225 divided by 15 in your calculator. 225 divided by 15, what do you get? 15. Okay, so let's recap this real quick, okay? I'm gonna look at the question again. A farmer wants to make the largest possible rectangular pen for his dogs. So this word largest, that's why we had to find the maximum, because he wanted the largest possible pen, okay? It says, what is the largest area the pen can have? Let's answer that question. What's the largest area? What do we get? What do we write down? 225 is the largest area. Okay, so the largest area is 225. The largest area is 225. What did we get for the length? 15. What did we get for the width? 15. Okay. All right, and let's do another one, and it'll make more sense once we do another one. So flip it over. All right, flip it over. Number 5, a farmer has 20 meters of fencing to create a rectangular enclosure next to his barn. The two equal sides of the enclosure are X meters long. What are the dimensions of the enclosure that will maximize the area? Okay, that will maximize the area. All right, this one's very similar but a little different. A farmer is making a rectangular enclosure next to his what? His barn, okay? This is the barn, okay? Does he have to put fencing right next to the barn? No, he only has to put fencing on these two sides and that one. So he only has to fence in this side, and that side, okay? He doesn't have to put fencing next to his barn. All right, flip your paper back over. What does step 2 say to do? Write the equation for what? Perimeter. So in this case, how many X's do I have? 2. But how many Y's do I have? Just 1. So 2X plus Y equals, do I know how much it's all going to add up to? 20, because he has 20 meters of fencing, okay? All right, what does step 3 need to do? Flip it back over if you need to. What's step 3? Solve for this Y. What has to move to the other side? When it moves, it becomes negative 2X. So I'm going to write Y equals 20 minus 2X, okay? 20 minus 2X. All right, what does step 4 say to do?
Plug it in.
Plug it into what formula? A equals X times, instead of writing Y, I'm going to put what Y equals. What does Y equal? 20 minus 2X. Okay? So area equals A, parentheses 20 minus 2X. All right. What's the next step? Type it into Desmos. X parentheses 20 minus 2X. All right, and you're finding the max. You're finding the max. All right, so you go ahead and click where the maximum is. Go ahead and click that top point. All right, the X value is your width. What are you getting for the X? 5. Okay, your Y value is the area on these. Your Y value is the area. What are you getting for the area?
50.
Say it again. 50. And to find the length, you do 50 divided by 5. 50 divided by 5, which is 10. All right, let's go back and read the question. What are the dimensions? Which of these numbers is the dimensions? the 10 and 5. Okay, so 5 by 10 is what he needs to do. 5 by 10. Okay. All right, let's do another one. We'll get better and better. Number 6, Mrs. Williams, who loves to swim, is putting a swimming pool next to her house. She wants to put a privacy fence around it, but she can only afford to pay for 50 feet of fencing. If she does not need a fence on the part adjacent to her house, what are the dimensions of the fence with the largest area she could have for her pool? What is the largest area? All right, what's step 1? Draw a picture. So I'm putting up a fence, but it said I didn't have to put a fence where my house is. Okay, I didn't have to put a fence where my house is. So X, X, and Y. All right, what does step 2 say to do? Step 2. Write the equation for the perimeter, okay? What's that going to be? Good. 2x plus y equals 50, because there's 50 feet of fencing. Okay? All right, step 3. Solve for y. So it's going to be y equals 50 plus 2x, minus 2x? Minus 2x, because when you move it to the other side, it becomes minus. All right, next step. Okay, so I have to do area equals, because I want the largest area. So area equals x times, instead of putting a y, what do I know y is? 50 minus 2x. Okay, 50 minus 2x. Okay. All right, what do I do with that? Put it in Desmos. X. Okay, and yep, click your maximum. All right, what do you get for your X value? 12.5. That's your width. That's your width. What are you getting for your Y value? 312.5. Okay, that's your area. To find your length, you do 312.5 divided by 12.5. So you do that number divided by that number to get your length. What is it?
25.
Okay, you get 25. All right, let's go back and read the questions. What are the dimensions? What are the dimensions? 12.5 by 25. Those are the dimensions. Those are the dimensions. And then what is the largest area? What's the largest area? 312.5. Okay. All right, last one. Number 7, Farmer Brown built a rectangular pen for his chickens using 12 meters of fence. He used one part of the side of his barn. He used part of one side of his barn as one length of the rectangular pen. He maximized the area using 12 meters of fence. And then you have Farmer Johnson. And then the question says, how much larger is Farmer Johnson's rectangular pen than Farmer Brown? All right, so who do you think we should start with? Farmer Brown, okay? How many sides is his fence? 4 or 3? 3, because he used part of one side of his barn as one length. So you got your barn again. X, X, and Y. Okay. All right, somebody who has an answer today, what's my next equation going to be? Thank you, I appreciate that. 2x plus y equals 12. All right, somebody who hasn't answered. Very good, thank you. Get y by itself, so y equals 12 minus 2x. Okay. All right, one more person who hasn't answered, please. What do I write next?
I got you.
Shh.
X times 12 minus 2x.
Thank you, thank you. X times that one, 12 minus 2x. All right, then you put it in Desmos. Time. All right, in Desmos, you're looking for the maximum. It uses that word maximum. You're looking for the maximum. What do you got? What is X? 3. What are you getting for the area? 18. Okay, so the width is 3, the area is 18. Somebody who has an answer today. How do you get the length? Somebody who hasn't answered. Thank you. 18 divided by 3, which is 6. Okay. Okay, let's look at Farmer Johnson. He built a rectangular pen, oh, it's a girl, for her chickens using 16 meters of fence. She used part of one side of her barn as one length of the rectangular pen. The length is 2 meters more than the length of Farmer Brown's pen. The width is 1 meter more than the width of Farmer Brown's pen. Do you have to do all this work again? No, look. The length of her pen is 2 than the length of the Farmer Brown's pen. What was the length of Farmer Brown's? 6. What is 2 more than that? 8. So the length of this one is 8, because this was 6, and we're adding 2. The width is 1 meter more. What's the width up here? 3. What's 1 more than that? 4. Okay? How much larger is Farmer Johnson's rectangular pen than Farmer Brown's? What 2 numbers do you think we have to compare? The areas. Very good. All right, what's the area of this one up here? Area is 18. How do I find the area of this one? Multiply. 8 times 4 is 32. And so how much larger? I have to do 32 what? Minus 18. What is it? Is it 32 minus 18?